me that green light. Give me that green light, Maine. Give me that green light. Give me that green light, Maine. Give me that green light. Give me that green light, Maine. Give me that green light. Give me that green light, Maine.
Tonight's Greenlight Maine is sponsored by Husson University. You and Husson. A powerful combination, a smart investment.
Good evening. Welcome to Greenlight Maine. I'm your host, Julene Gervais. Thank you so much for joining us tonight. This is turning out to be a very exciting season. We have chosen 26 successful companies who are looking to expand their businesses and compete for the $100,000 grand prize. We have 2 businesses for you tonight who are about to give their pitches, but only one will leave with the green light to move on to the next round. Before we get started, I would like to welcome our experienced judges from around the Maine business community. First, we have Bob Clark from Husson University. Welcome.
Welcome to Husson University, where we are providing quality education for Maine's future professionals.
Great, thank you. And next is Marion Syverson, who is owner of Norumbega Financial and also has a TV segment called Money with Marion, which I love saying that.
Thank you, Julene. Norumbega Financial is a woman-owned business, and for the 10th year in a row, we got voted Bangor Region's best financial planning firm.
Congratulations to you. And finally, we have Bev Eulenhage, who is a commercial realtor with Epstein and also on the Brewer City Council. So welcome.
Thank you. In my day job, I get to talk to a lot of new businesses as they're looking for real estate, and I love the fact that I get to be a part of this.
Excellent. We're so happy to have you. And now it's time for our first pitch of the evening. I'd like to welcome Tempest in a Teapot with Tammy Smith and Rebecca Emerson. So whenever you're ready, go for it.
We believe that a great cup of tea can change your day. It's like getting up in the morning and putting on your favorite pair of jeans and they fit. Yes, that is exactly the same thing a great cup of tea will do. Empower you.
We're sisters. I'm Rebecca and this is Tammy. And 2 years ago, we had an amazing opportunity to purchase a business called Tempest in a Teapot. So now we're stronger than sisters, we're business partners and tea blenders. We bring over 50 years of financial and customer service experience. Tammy as Senior Vice President with Bank of America, and I as a Vice President with Bar Harbor Bank and Trust.
We use whole leaf tea that's all hand-picked from plantations in China, Sri Lanka, and India. And once they are in our Maine blending houses, we mix them with Maine ingredients like lavender and cranberries and blackberries. We have 15 unique blends, greens, blacks, and herbals. Our customer all-time favorite is a rosehip tea called Rosie. Our customers make popsicles out of this. They drink it hot with honey. They drink it iced with lemon. And most recently, they've been telling us they've been drinking it with their vodka.
That's true. Tea is the #2 consumed beverage in the world, second only to water. That's a huge deal. Our consumers care about health, wellness, flavor, variety, and a farm-to-table approach to selecting our teas. Today, you can find our teas on Whole Foods markets in Maine and in Massachusetts. Stonewall Kitchen has a complete selection of all of our iced teas. You can also find us in several restaurants and markets.
We have grown year over year in sales, and by watching our finances, we have been able to pay off all of our initial investments. This year, actually next week, we will hire our first salesperson. The end of the year, by the end of this year, we'll have increased our Cushing facility, and with $100,000, we would bottle Rosie. We would capture those millennials with an awesome website that would increase sales. And just in closing, Rebecca and I are passionate about changing lives one cup of tea at a time.
Excellent, great job. And I love the story, 2 Maine girls from the coast. So, and you're from?
We're both from Thomaston.
Okay.
I now live in Deer Isle, Stonington.
And Cushing, Maine.
Excellent. Okay, let's start with the questions. Go ahead, Bob.
So as you move your business forward, maybe you'd share a little bit about your financial plans.
So our financial plans are to grow our business strategically. We have, like she said, we just pulled on our first salesperson, and we want to use that to catalyst ourselves through some more online banking sales, and that would empower us to use more products from Maine and to employ Maine people.
Marion?
Having a website doesn't improve sales. It's only the beginning, it's only the front end. How are you going to use online to get to the millennials that you're hoping to reach?
In that, grabbing that millennials in that process, we would hire a consulting firm and work with a consulting firm. But we have so many other strategies to bring in sales, and increasing sales down both coasts with Whole Foods markets, moving out of New England, we're just in New England now with Whole Foods stores, but we would go up and down the coast. And we would also bring more of them in events. We're just starting now to be out into the public more and doing more popular events.
Bev?
Sounds like you're growing pretty quickly. How do you plan on keeping the quality up that you currently have in that small business?
So Tammy and I are the two distributors right now. We take quality control very seriously, and where it's just the two of us, that's our easiest hurdle, actually. And so we don't intend to change the distribution process or the production process.
We've got time for one more question, Bob.
When you think of this as a family-owned business, how do you put that into your equation?
One, we love having family. You don't know how many times we've had to use them, which has been really fun. And it's lucky that we really like each other a lot. There's 14 years age difference between us, so it's a nice age and 2.5 hours apart. However, as we move out of that family business, we have both been in the hiring businesses in both of our professional careers. We know how to hire people, we know how to set goals, and we know how to motivate them to hit their best potential themselves.
This is such a great story, and I love that you are incorporating the international leaves with like the local produce. So just putting them both together just, I think, pushes it to the next level. So great job.
Thank you.
We are going to take a short break, but when we come back, we're going to learn about all the exciting things that are going on here at Husson University. This is where our state-of-the-art, beautiful set comes from. So please stay with us. We'll be right back.
Greenlight Maine would like to thank the Maine Department of Economic and Community Development, the Maine DECD, helping businesses and communities prosper.
You need a hand with that?
Nah, I got it. 5, 8.
So how many inputs are in the API vision?
48.
Omni, not having to worry about reflections.
Set up compressors with these knobs. And then...
Husson University, preparing you for life.
Are you trying to increase sales? At Dream Local Digital, we've been helping businesses using Facebook, Google, and other online tools for over 8 years. We're experts at helping small businesses because we work with them nationwide.
Dream Local publicizes the important part of me and what I stand for and what Archers is about.
We'd love to help you grow your business as well. Give us a call today.
Please join us to find vital information on our website at greenlightmaine.com and be a part of our vibrant community on Facebook, Instagram, and Twitter. Together, we're building Maine's future, one dream at a time.
Welcome back to Greenlight Maine. We are so appreciative to be on the set here at the New England School of Communication at Husson University. We want to thank Rodney Verrill, Chris Bridges, and the entire Greenlight crew. And we have a very special guest, Bob Clark, who is the president of Husson University. Thank you so much for joining us. And can you just tell us about NESCOM?
Welcome to campus. NESCOM obviously is a jewel of the university's academic programming because it's an example of our skills in professional experiential learning. And this is an ideal opportunity for students to be engaged and involved in real-life applications of their craft.
Excellent. And there's nothing better than hands-on learning.
That's what we know when we place students out in professional careers. The demand from employers say being work-ready day one is a hallmark of a Husson graduate.
Okay, so tell us about these townhouses that are being built. Everybody is so excited for them.
We are pleased this fall to be opening in August the first townhouse apartment-style living spaces on our campus for upperclassmen, and it gives them an opportunity for a transitional style of living, if you will, and they'll be open in August.
Great. Well, thank you so much for being here. And now we're going to watch a video with more on Husson University.
Husson is a unique educational institution because it provides an opportunity for students from day one to have experiential learning. They can learn in the classroom, out in the field for internships, or in a variety of places.
The focus here is on preparing our students for professional lives, not just for the first job, but it's for career and lifetime achievement and success.
We want our students to leave Husson University with a degree that has prepared them to be ready for work on day one.
I chose Husson because it's a big enough school that there's enough opportunities and you can meet new people, but it's also small enough so you get that connection with faculty and classmates.
When I researched it, I really loved the small campus size, I really loved the small class sizes, and just how hands-on the programs were.
The classes were good size for me. It worked with my schedule, with my home life. And also, it's got state-of-the-art equipment.
I think that part of the reason I chose to come to Husson was definitely the cost for coming here.
The teachers, you can really get to bond with them along with the other students.
Husson is a very good school. All the opportunities it has and all the different things we could do in the school. It's just a vast amount of things that we can do. Like making friends, the teachers, the staff, everybody's, it's like one big family, and the education is phenomenal. I love it a lot.
I wanted that sense of community and that sense of comfort.
You get to know your professors, they get to know you. It's friendly, it's a first name basis, and that in itself helps you connect with them.
Having students that are close, you work together, you grow through this journey together. That's nowhere else besides Husson.
It's just been really reassuring that this is the direction that I want to go in with my life. You feel like you're a part of a really good community.
You feel like you're at home here.
And Bob, if someone wants to learn more about Husson University, what do they do?
Please join us at husson.edu.
Great. Thank you so much for being here.
It's a real pleasure.
We'll be right back after this short break. Please stay with us.
Hi, I'm Lori LaChance, President of Thomas College. Our graduate and undergraduate programs prepare you for success in your personal and professional life and for leadership and service in your community. I know firsthand the value of a Thomas degree. My Thomas MBA completely changed the trajectory of my career, giving me opportunities I would never have had without it. Thomas College provides a great education that is personal, relevant, affordable, and guaranteed.
I'm George Gervais, Commissioner of the Maine Department of Economic and Community Development. At the department, we're focused on making sure Maine people have the opportunity to build wealth. We do that through targeted activities aimed at retaining and creating jobs, marketing our beautiful state to millions of visitors, businesses, and marketing for workforce talent, helping new products and services and ideas commercialize, and getting Maine businesses access to new markets across the world, improving our competitiveness, making Maine open for business.
For more information about the presenters and panelists on all the Greenlight Maine shows, visit greenlightmaine.com.
Welcome back to Greenlight Maine. We are moving on from tea to chocolate. That is a lovely combination, and I'd like to welcome Ralph Chauvin from NibMor for our second pitch of the night. Welcome.
Yeah, thank you very much.
And your display looks lovely as well.
Thank you very much.
So whenever you're ready.
Ready to go. Thank you very much for the invite. Welcome, judges. I'm Ralph Chauvin. I'm CEO of NibMor Chocolates, a small little chocolate company based in Kennebunk, Maine. My affiliation to Maine is I've been coming to Maine now since birth and decided to relocate the family here in 2012. So we live full-time in Kennebunk, and we're committed and completely just fall in love with living in Maine. And we're staying here for the rest of our lives. I'm a CPA, and I have about 30 plus years experience in US consumer packaged goods. Prior to this, many, many years with the Mentos company, the Chewy Mint. And back in the winter of 2015, I took over NibMor, and I'm now CEO, and I run it out of Kennebunk. So I established an office in Kennebunk, hired some employees, also hired some interns from USM and UNE. And we have a company now that's really deep-rooted with Maine values. And I really think that in the food area, Maine has a nice white space for some good progressive food companies. And we want to capture that space with NibMor. So we're completely committed to capture that white space and really make NibMor a Maine-based company with its values based out of Kennebunk. So what is NibMor? Well, NibMor is a better-for-you chocolate at a price mom can afford. For her and her family, a very transparent label, very few ingredients. And the big plus with NibMor is its certifications. It's certified gluten-free, it's certified vegan, it's certified USDA organic, it is certified kosher, and it's also Rainforest Alliance. And if you take a look at some of our bars, they range from 72% cocoa to 80% cocoa, all the way down to 52. Okay. So when I took over NibMor back in the winter of 2015, we expanded the product set to a number of fruit-covered, super fruit-covered chocolate, and also these very, very nifty resealable bags, which are doing extremely, extremely well. And we have two of those flavors. One of them is also deep-rooted in Maine tradition called Wild Maine Blueberries. And we also developed a bag for Costco, also with Wild Maine Blueberries. So, and in addition to our chocolates, we also have a line of drinking chocolates, which if you were to compare that to some competitive items on the shelf, very few ingredients, no more than 4 or 5, also certified with all the different, in addition to vegan or USDA organic, non-GMO project verified, and so forth, it is also fair trade. So we have a lot of distribution. We're gaining distribution. You can find these SKUs at front ends at Stop and Shop, at Market Basket, these bags at Food Lion, these bags at Market Basket, and we're also very successful to have a rotation and order at a Costco in February, which went absolutely fantastic.
Excellent. Thank you so much, Ralph. Okay, first question, Bob.
Might you share a little bit about your economics of your business?
In terms of volume?
In terms of volume, profitability, future opportunities.
Very good question. So, in terms of, and it's something I forgot to mention in my pitch, so I'm happy you're asking the question. So I took over in the winter of 2015, and we introduced the Superfruit line, and especially when we introduced the bags, we've doubled the business since then. So the business has doubled since the introduction of those.
Right. Why do you need $100,000?
Very good question as well. A very long answer. The short of it, to subsidize raw materials inventory, and very specifically chocolate. Because the organic chocolate has longer lead times, and as we grow, it's harder to forecast demand. So instead of converting it into finished goods, which has a limited shelf life, I'd rather keep some raw material, some chocolate raw materials in inventory.
Okay. Bev, you're up.
Any new products percolating?
Yes, we do.
Would you like to share?
Yes, absolutely. The bags are so popular. We're going to do a crunch line, and probably with pomegranate and lemon flavoring. Probably with gluten-free pretzel will be a second one. And in our drinking chocolate, we're looking at a tart cherry traditional drinking chocolate line as the 4th flavor in our drinking chocolate.
Great, nice job. And we've got to take a quick break, but when we come back, the judges are gonna work this all out. So we'll be back with more Greenlight Maine in just a minute, so stay with us.
Furniture for Greenlight Maine is provided by Thomas Mosier Furniture, handmade American furniture since 1972.
For almost 25 years, Maine Biz has been providing business news, information, and analysis for business owners and C-level executives in Maine. From Fort Kent to Kittery, Maine Biz serves the decision makers of Maine across multiple channels, including its flagship print digital publication, website, events, daily report, real estate insider, and weekly newsletter. Let Maine Biz help your business succeed. Inform, engage, connect.
In 1972, Tom Moser committed his life's work to craft, and 4 decades later employs 70 fine craftsmen and women in our shop in Auburn, Maine. With showrooms and customers from coast to coast and numerous awards and accolades, Tom has firmly established himself as an entrepreneurial tour de force and has proven that a life doing what you love is indeed possible.
This year's winner of Greenlight Maine will win this handmade Thomas Moser beacon box and $100,000. Broadcast facilities provided by NESCOM, the New England School of Communications at Husson University.
Welcome back to Greenlight Maine. This is the moment we've been waiting for. We want to hear what the judges thought of these pitches. You guys got a tough job tonight. 2 great pitches.
Well, what impressed me more is the financial capability of both of these companies. It's not like we're talking to people who have no idea how to run a business or who have no financial experience, and that really is the cornerstone of any business being successful, is to understand your numbers. So I was just really impressed with Ralph being a CPA and the ladies being bankers. So they have a lot of experience figuring out these numbers.
Excellent point. Yes, very true.
They also, both of these feel very viable to me.
Yeah, exactly.
I didn't feel like either of them was some off-the-wall idea and couldn't really hit it well in the market. Obviously, they've both been doing well so far.
Exactly.
But I think that they have the ability to expand and really grow.
Yeah, exactly.
And I do echo that notion of that there are already ongoing businesses that have the opportunity to make the investment to move forward and strengthen their contribution to Maine's economy.
That the money would only supercharge them, that they're already very able, that they'll just grow slightly more slowly if they don't have this money, but they're very capable of growing on their own.
So I loved the stat that was thrown in by the tea folks about tea being the second most drank.
That was very interesting.
That was.
Yes.
I was really impressed that you know that they're thinking about all of these things that are beyond.
And the details of their marketing plan, that they know how many people, and Ralph's perspective of once they had a bag, how much more quickly they were able to sell their product.
So the #1 candy is probably in the chocolate business, and so they're well on their way to creating opportunities.
Absolutely. And I think they're hitting the right market when they start talking about getting all of those certifications.
Wow.
The world is changing, and people are looking for things that are less processed, fewer ingredients. And so they're really on the right track. And we heard that both in the tea and in the chocolate.
Exactly. Well, when the ladies, I'm sorry, when the ladies were saying that they dry their own produce, that they go to farmers markets in the state of Maine and then they dry their own. You could buy this stuff dried, but they are taking it down to a very detailed level on how much they are going to make sure this is from them to you.
Right, they're definitely putting out a quality product.
Correct.
Yeah, for the people of this great state. So if either one makes it to the finals, what would you like to see from them 6 months from now if they were to make it to the finale?
I'd recommend they give a little more perspective on their growth strategies and plans.
You didn't have a lot of time.
Because we didn't have a lot of time to talk about where am I
Right.
taking my business, and there are these options of what they have ahead of them.
Sure, absolutely. What about you?
Well, I guess I was concerned about the lady saying we're going to use we're going to get a company, a consulting firm that's going to help us figure out what to do about the web, because it's having my own business, the internet. There's a lot more work that goes on to make your sales from the web than there is when they do the samples in the store where you get to try their tea, that's one thing. When you try to get that information across on the internet, that's different.
That's right. So when you're online, she's really got to do some research and pick the right company to take this on the web. So she isn't.
Because just having a website and even hiring a company doesn't get that stuff sold.
Sure.
That said, we've got a lot of really good experts in those fields here in Maine, and so I think it's possible. I don't doubt that they're going to do really well on the website.
Yeah, they're not going to have to look outside the state to get help there.
I'm very impressed with the distribution methods they have both already employed, because they have grown their businesses from both of them from where they bought them, both of them having purchased these businesses relatively recently, and then have really kind of plowed into it really wisely. So I'm very impressed with how they're both growing.
Well, and for both of them to find distribution outlets that are going to allow that growth to continue, and exponentially how they need to be able to articulate that strategy. It's very challenging if you're going one at a time.
Or control it. I mean, because the T, they want to kind of have a standard, a quality of life while they're doing this. So that is, they don't want to get too big, kind of, you know? So that's prudent because they know what they really want from their company.
One last quick comment from Bev.
You know, I think that both of these companies can do very, very well. I'm very impressed with both. What I would want to see in terms of future growth, if they were here 6 months from now, is in addition to the numbers, where are your growth patterns, but also how do you keep that quality up as you get bigger, and what are your next steps? What are your next products? Because it's not always going to stick on one. We know people like options.
Yes, excellent feedback, all of you. We're going to take a quick break. When we come back, find out who gets the green light and is moving on. So stay with us.
FAME is one of the great resources in our state to enable businesses to find financing.
FAME helps Maine businesses create and retain quality jobs.
Every person that we've dealt with at FAME has been helpful and has been, for us, a partner.
The whole idea is to find the right tool for the right job. FAME is the right tool because it's flexible and they're there when you need them.
From business startup through maturity, FAME works to get you to yes.
Thank you, FAME.
Thank you, FAME.
Thank you, FAME.
You need a hand with that?
Nah, I got it. 5, 8.
So how many inputs are in the API vision?
48.
Omni, not having to worry about reflections.
Set up compressors with these knobs. And then...
Husson University, preparing you for life.
Please visit greenlightmaine.com to follow the progress of your favorite entrepreneurs and find information and resources about becoming an entrepreneur yourself.
Welcome back to Greenlight Maine. We heard two outstanding pitches tonight, Tempest in a Teapot and NibMor. And tell us, judges, who's moving on? And tonight's winner is NibMor. Congratulations to Ralph. Thank you for joining us tonight. We love your input and support, so please visit us on our website, greenlightmaine.com, and check us out on Facebook, Instagram, and Twitter. We hope to see you here next week for more Greenlight Maine on WLBZ2 and WCSH6. Good night. Congratulations. Yeah, nice job.
Greenlight Maine has been brought to you by Husson University. You and Husson. A powerful combination, a smart investment. Greenlight Maine would not be possible without the support of all of our corporate sponsors. Thank you.
Greenlight Maine has been a paid-for presentation by the Portland Media Group.